and welcome to Wednesday on the Fab4. I hope you guys are as excited as I am that we have a new Fab4 on this channel. Unfortunately, Elena had to leave because, you know, life happens and she's moving on to do other things, but we are still going strong, and once again we are bringing some changes to this channel, and I think these changes will be for the best. So I hope you like our new schedule that we're going with, and hopefully we will stick to it because we have been having a hard time with it in the past, but we're hoping that this will be the one that we're most comfortable with. So anyway, I hope you guys checked out Leo's video. If you haven't seen that, go ahead and click anywhere on the screen right now. I'll post like a bunch of things so you can go check it out, and be sure to go tell him I said hello. He's actually sitting in my kitchen right now. So, but anyway, we are doing 4th of July themed videos this week. So I am going to be doing a 4th of July inspired tutorial slash outfit slash nail. And this is kind of the lazy girl's guide to 4th of July, just because I'm not one to really do super festive makeup when it comes to the holidays. I just kind of somewhat go with the theme without going full-fledged, you know, American flag painted on my face. So if you just want to kind of do something that's simple and easily accessible in your, you know, makeup collection, then this might be a really good tutorial for you. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy, and I'm going to go ahead and get started. So first I'm going to start off with my skincare, and as you can see here, I am freshly showered, so my hair's a little bit wet, so I'm going to go ahead and tie it up in a bun, and I'm going to start off with some sunscreen. This one's from Misha. And then I'm going to go in with my Sana How to Know Me Collagen Cream, and this just really helps seal everything in. If you guys remember from Leo's video on Monday, he talked about how it was a lot more beneficial to pat in your products rather than kind of swiping them over your face. I find that this works, especially with this product. Now that I've had a moment to let everything settle into my skin, I'm going to move on to makeup. So starting off, I'm going to be using the Misha Perfect Cover BB Cream, and I'm mixing two shades, 23 and 27. And I'm applying this with my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. Also, Leo was nearby and he wanted to say hello. Next, I'm going in with my Dermablend Concealer in the shade Sand, and I'm going to use this to cover my blemishes, which actually kind of hurt. Ow. And I'm using the Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush to do so. Now I'm going to go in with my Urban Decay Naked Basics palette in the shade Walk of Shame, and I'm just going to apply this all over my lid and my brow bone. And don't worry if you don't have this exact palette or this exact shade. You can use just any matte flesh tone color that you have in your collection. If you're looking for one from the drugstore, I would recommend Wet n Wild's Brulee. Also, I found that using a paddle brush for this was a little tedious, so I opted for the Sigma E40 instead. Now I'm going in with the shade Naked 2, which is just kind of a cool light matte brown, and I'm going to run this through my socket bone just to kind of add a little bit more definition there. And I'm making sure that this is very soft and blended. So now that we've got the foundation of this eyeshadow look, we're going to define it just a little bit more with a darker brown. I'm using the shade Faint from the Urban Decay Naked Basics. And I'm also going over that with a clean blending brush, and this one is from Rock & Republic. So now that I'm pretty much done with the eyeshadow on my eyelid, I'm going to be moving on to liner. So I'm using this Maybelline Color Tattoo in Electric Blue. I think that this is very appropriately named, as it is a stunning blue color. And I'm just going to line this on my top lash line with my Real Techniques Pixel Point brush. In retrospect, I wish I had used a smaller, more precise brush because it would have been a lot less of a hassle, but I was able to work with it. Luckily, this doesn't have to be perfect, as it is only a base for the next shade, which is a Sugar Pill Pigment in Magpie. Magpie is a beautiful shimmery deep blue color. It's very similar to matte contrast eyeshadow if you're familiar with it, but I thought this was a beautiful blue color, which I think would be perfect for this look.
You've got that smile.
So you could probably leave your liner as is because it is pretty, but I do want to kind of accentuate the lash line a little bit more, so I'm going in with that matte black shade from the Naked Basics palette, and this is in the shade Crave. And of course you can also use any other matte black shade that you have in your personal collection. You could also just use a liquid or pencil gel liner if you'd like for this, but I just prefer the look of eyeshadow as liner. Now I'm just going to finish off the bottom lash line and accentuate it just a bit with that Faint shade, which is that darker brown, and I think this kind of accentuates the lower lash line without overwhelming the eyes. And now I'm just going to fill in my eyebrows using Embark eyeshadow from MAC, which is a dark red toned brown, but feel free to use any brow shade you like.
The only thing that I've got right now.
And now taking my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder in Transparent, I'm just going to take a flat top brush and pat this into my BB cream to set it. And then taking my NARS Laguna bronzer and this little powder brush, I'm just going to swirl this on the outer edges of my face to bronze up my skin. I haven't been this excited to show a product in a video ever, but I'm going to be using my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Stereo Rose, and I'm just going to be swirling this on my cheeks with my Real Techniques blush brush. Next, I'm going in with my Elizabeth Arden Lip Fix Cream, and I'm just going to massage this into my lips. And then I'm going to curl my eyelashes with my Japanesque Lash Curler, and then go in with my Dior mini sample of the Lash Primer. Next, I'm going in with my L'Oreal Voluminous Original Mascara, and I'm just going to load this up on both my top and bottom lashes. And for the grand finale, I'm going in with my Hourglass Lip Color in Raven, and I'm going to apply this to my lips because nothing says Murica like a hot red matte lip. I'm absolutely obsessed with this product, and I want to get them in more colors because they are awesome, they wear really well, they dry completely matte, and they stay put all day. So that completes the makeup for this 4th of July look. As I was filming these close-ups, Leo was kind of harassing me with foundation brushes. Anyway, now that this is all good, we are going to move on to the outfit. So I kept it really simple today with some white strappy sandals from Target, and then a basic black skirt, which is from Charlotte Russe, and then a long sleeve blue sheer top from Buffalo Exchange. And then for the white for this look, I added some really nice pearls. I featured these in my last outfit of the day. And then to kind of accent those, I'm wearing a silver headband with a pearl bow on them from Claire's. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and that you all have a fab 4th of July, and I'll see you later. Bye!